Hey everyone, Nicki Traikos here of Li-Fi Design. I am multitasking a little bit today. I'm doing some editing, computer work, also looking at trying to protect some of my watercolor and oil painting pieces. And I thought I'd record this really quick tutorial to show you something new I've been using to protect my watercolor paintings that I actually bought for my oil paintings. So you may not know this about me, but I am a multi-passionate artist. I not only work with watercolor paint, but I also like to paint using acrylic, oils, oil pastels, charcoal, you'd name it. Charcoal, I said that really funny. I'm gonna keep that in just because I said that really funny. So yes, I use charcoal as well. And I am leaning into creating more original pieces of art that I'm going to show in the fall at a solo art exhibition that I'm really excited about. I've never done it before. I've been painting and creating and just trying to build a nice inventory of art that I'll also be selling online too. So I can share a little bit more about that in an upcoming video. But I want to show you this new cold wax that I bought to mix with my oil paint and to also use to finish my oil paintings with, that I actually used on my watercolor paintings. So if you've taken any of my classes with me, I talk about using a spray varnish on your watercolor pieces to help protect them if you are starting to gift them and even selling your own paintings. I have a few different ones that I use, but I really like a matte finish. So this is Krylon, and I'll link to everything and show you when I flip the camera. But it's really great too for any pencil work, pastels, and a few light coats is what I recommend. So not too heavy because you don't want to reactivate the watercolor. But I've also tested something new that I got that I want to show you and demonstrate too. It's by Gamblin. It's a cold wax medium, and you can use this wax to add to oil paint, and it'll give it a nice matte finish, but it'll also help it dry. I actually used it a couple of times on some watercolor pieces to test out, and I'm going to demonstrate how to use it because I really like the product. I think it's really fun to work with, and it creates a nice finish on my watercolor pieces, and I don't have to worry about going outside and having to spray from the aerosol can, which I don't love just because of the toxins. You can see all the danger warnings on it. And instead I'll use this cold wax medium, which I don't even know, like there's a danger warning on it as well. I'm not even sure what it's made out of. But it can be applied as a matte varnish, it says right on here. So I'm going to show you how I use this so that you can use it for your watercolor pieces as well. Okay, I'll flip the camera now. Perfect. I wanted to get nice and close so you can see that. So this is my test watercolor that I did ages ago, but I really love it. It's one of my favorite, where I tested the wax. And you can see there's a tiny bit of a sheen. It actually feels really nice, so it doesn't change the texture of the paper too much. And you don't need very much to actually have the coating be effective. I'm just gonna use my spatula here to open up the can. So I think it comes in a bigger can as well. I got it from my local Desserts. If you're in Canada, I'm sure in the US you can get it all over. I will try to link to it on my Amazon too so that you have access to it. It's not cheap. I think this was $40 for the can, but you get a ton and you don't need a lot. So when you open it up, it's like, it's buttery. I actually really like it. So here's the close-up of the spray varnish. Again, I'll still use it, but I'm really loving the application of the wax. So cold wax medium is what it's called. It's by Gamblin. I just have a clean spatula that I've been using for it, and I thought I would test it in my sketchbook first, and then we can kind of play around with it. So here's what I do. I just grab a very small amount, and I'm going to place it directly on my watercolor. And because my spatula is nice and flexible, make sure you use a clean one, because if you have any paint whatsoever on your spatula, it will smear. And if you don't have a spatula, look at how easy and smooth it applies. I'm gonna try to tilt it so you can see the sheen that I get on it. And if you don't have a spatula, what I did, just make sure I coat it entirely. And it takes a few days to dry. I'm hoping you can see that nice sheen on camera. Let me move it around for you. So this is just a sketchbook that I made that I've been painting some loose florals in just as a creative play. But again, if you don't have this one's a little bit dirty. I wonder if I have a spare one. If you don't have a spatula, I just use a credit card. I think this is from the watercolor ground that I did a video on. Excuse my nails, I just noticed they're chipped. Let's go ahead and hide them. You can use a credit card or an old gift card to apply the wax. And then what I do is just go ahead and clear off my spatula and just make sure that I remove the excess, because you just want a thin coat. Don't apply it too heavily. And again, that's how much came off. So you can see just a really nice sheen. And if I touch it, it feels really soft. It's a beautiful buttery texture. So I would leave that to dry. I would let it cure for at least a week. I'm not sure what the jar says. I'm just gonna put this off to the side. Let's do one more. I'm not sure what the can says. Let me go ahead and read it. It can be applied as a matte varnish when using more than 1/3 coal wax to oil. That's different. So it's a painting medium made from naturally white beeswax and Gamsol. Okay, so it doesn't say how long it takes to cure, but I would give it a week. I think mine cured in 5 days, but again, I would give it about a week. Okay, let's do one more. See if I can get the shadow. So there is one of my favorite paintings from the Trace and Paint Nature book, available on Amazon to help you if you're looking for fun stuff to paint. He is one of my favorites that I've painted in this last year. I turned him into a fun art print. So this paper is a little bit more textured, so I want to play around with, if I need to, sorry for the scraping sound. I'm gonna play around with if I need to coat the entire page, and it looks like I do. So if you're working on heavily textured paper, I would make sure, and maybe even protect your tabletop. Grab a paper towel. You can put something down, maybe the back of a board. But if you're using this on heavily textured paper, then I would recommend applying it all over. So maybe as I start to use it more, I'll develop more of a system for how to apply it, but I feel like just having patience. Maybe play your favorite podcast. Tune into one of my podcast episodes. We're just starting to move them over to YouTube. Here is where I'm going to start sharing more of my personal advice for art and creativity, as well as more tutorials like this. So let me know what you'd like to see more of. But I want to create a nice variety here. So again, I am covering the entire page with it, and I can see where if I don't cover all of the texture, then it will show. But if you're just wanting to protect them, I know some of my students want to work on things like postcards and greeting cards. Something like this cold wax might be fun to try. And then it gives it a really beautiful sheen as well. I think what I'll do off camera is I'll just make sure the paper is coated. And that way too, when you're framing your piece, you know that it has extra protection and coating. Okay. I think I'll finish it off camera, but I want to show you just how easy it is to apply. And like I said, go ahead and protect your desk, maybe before you use it. But here's what it looks like now protected. So in 5 days, I'll be able to handle this a little bit more, not worry so much about water getting on it and having it run. Okay, so yeah, this is a new product that I am just enjoying playing around with my oil paints. And again, I thought it'd be fun to see if it would work as a protective coating to my watercolor pieces, and I give it a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you in our next tutorial or video together. Make sure to subscribe so that you get notified of when I post more of these videos, and hit the thumbs up if you liked it. See you next time.